Check this out. Little life of a boss play.
Welcome to another edition of the Redacre Music Podcast. I'm Donal Daly. Across the table from me is Conor Maguire, and we are back talking about what's been going on in heavy music. Maguire, what's happening?
Fucking tons. Thank fuck.
At last, it was definitely a slow year. It's still been a slow year, has it?
It's probably right compared to
Like we're at July
we're
now.
July. Yes, I mean where's the summer
Do you
jam
think
tune?
that that's gonna come?
No.
No.
The only fucking tune for this summer everyone's gonna remember is that fucking "It's Coming Home." That's it. It's the only fucking tune that's been going on the radio flat out.
Of course, it is not coming home.
It's not.
Thank Christ. So, let's just get torn into it. Here is a band that I've been listening to.
Okay.
Redacre.
Yes.
Have you been listening to a bit of them?
You sent me through religiously a few links. I've set them on. I've enjoyed the videos. There's the fucking call me out now in this one.
There's a couple of great videos.
I can't remember it offhand. It's still there anyway. But
The
yes.
videos are definitely not definitely not where to stop with this band, because
Is this something that's a one and done so far, or like is there any live
no.
stuff as well
So
to pick up on?
Redacre, right? Let me give you the 411. Redacre are a band who are what I would describe as thrash death.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know me, I don't fuck about with death metal like very rarely. So whenever I'm like on board with something that's that crazy, it's got
There's
else.
something there. Yeah. There's
So
synths or something else.
What
to
it is
talk
in
about.
Redacre?
Yeah.
2 words. David Davidson. The fuck he can play, but it's not that he can play.
This is where all the David fucking Davison things come
he
from.
plays, right?
Yeah.
But it's because he's Berklee College of Music educated. It's the structure of these tunes, right? So it's like thrash fucking structures, but like there's weird little progressive bits.
This is
that
the thing with
just
the
show
banjo,
up.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes,
Invidious.
yes,
So
yes.
if you think about that song Invidious, it opens up sort of slow, then has your fucking banjo breakdown, which is epic because when you have it on headphones, it's pan to the left, pan to the right, in both, and then the fucking hammer drops on the main riff, and then but there's 2 separate sections of the outro then that just get heavier and drop into pure 7-string filth.
Yeah.
The outro to Invidious is mental. But I want to shout out a couple of other tunes belonging to them. Cradle Robber. The outro to Cradle Robber is amazing. So Cradle Robber is the opener on their big album, what I would call their big album, because Chaos of Forms is very thrashy. Now there's some death metal bits and there's some out and out black metal bits in their sound. And across their career, they've become basically a flat out death metal band now. So you have to go back to get this beautiful thrash death mix.
So they've done a reverse, so
that
go past.
really gets my dick hard is sort of that Chaos of Forms album. But just for sheer inventiveness, they are amazing. And the fact that they're a 3-piece, or were a 3-piece, sorry, and he sings, he black metal screams, death metal growls, can clean sing as well, and plays the most technical fucking guitar that you will see. And then their tunes all tend to follow this thrash death blueprint.
Yeah.
But then it kind of slows down for the solo, and the solos are all that fucking belted 80s solos, wouldn't sound out of place like on like a Steve Vai record or something, so it's not like it's not like a completely wanky metal solo where it's all sweeps and all. There are fucking plenty of sweeps, don't get me wrong, but
when needed.
On the whole, very, very tasteful. And even there's one of their tunes, The Watchers, has a big brass section comes in towards the end. It's really
pure Brian May shit.
Yeah, he's written that down.
Yeah, I'm right.
The Watchers by Redacre. Just get the Chaos of Forms album, I'm telling you now, because it's kind of accessible. Whereas now, they've got a new album coming out this year, and I've heard the single from it. It hit YouTube the other day, and it's straight up fucking pretty much all black metal nearly, but there's still something about it that's more interesting than any other death or black metal band. So I think there's definitely something for everybody to take away from Redacre. Okay, as with all these really heavy bands, if you fucking take a bit of time on it and just try and get over yourself about the vocals, then you'll realise, holy fuck, for guitar riffs,
open up
this
space.
fucking sick there could only be those type of vocals. Like, it's the only thing that would be appropriate.
No, from what I picked up on, it's very similar. When the thrash shit kicks in, it's very similar to another thing that you'd sent me through that I've been digesting again. Iron Reagan.
Iron Reagan are sick.
First of all, the name is fucking class. The album covers and all are brutal as fuck. But that fucking beautiful failure, isn't it?
Is that the one with the
miserable
flashbulb
failure?
video?
Miserable failure.
Miserable failure.
Miserable fucking beautiful failure. Miserable failure. It's
That
fucking
is-
tight.
yeah.
But it's one of those tunes as well. So they're going like as brutal as this, but I can't play that around the fucking town. Blasting
Iron Reagan you would have a better time playing around the town with than you would with Revocation.
in the fucking horn section or what as well.
Yeah. But
The banjo.
Iron Reagan, that Miserable Failure is fantastic. And I don't think it's their most recent album, but the one before that,
Yeah.
I really, really fucking liked it. It was great because it's like, I think they still maintain that they're a hardcore band, but it's like, you boys are thrash
Yeah,
metal.
it is pure thrash.
You're thrash.
Yeah.
You're thrash, like, you know?
Did you ever pick up anything from Havoc?
Havoc with a K.
Havoc with
No.
yeah.
What are they, a thrash band?
Very similar in ballsiness of fucking Iron Maiden and stuff, but the last wee while they brought out something as well, and I thought, oh, here we go, it's going to be more of this fucking punch and shit. A wee bit different this time round. I think they realised that the bass player can play, so then he's doing more like wee bassy kind of lines and shit. You're like, fair enough, but it's not like when you hear like Testament, when they know they've got a great Christian, that he's got a great bass player and he's going to get some lines. Same thing as Rex Brown and all, but this is kind of like, right, he can play bass, but we're just going to fuck about with a little effects as well. It's just like
Wasted opportunity.
waste opportunity.
Well, I don't know if you caught this. I definitely talked about this before, but just on the subject of excellent bass players, the Atomic Bitchwax album came out Boxing Day.
Just no for the name alone, but I
The
remember the
name
struggle.
alone.
You've got it there, have you?
The Atomic Bitchwax. Yeah, no, I hadn't listened to it for a while, but it's very good album, worth getting. Now this was months ago I listened to this, so please don't call me on any of the track titles. But talk about a bass player that loves to run his fucking bass through a wall pedal. I'm here for it.
But
I am
well,
fucking
that's the
here
difference.
for it. Yeah, but exactly. So Atomic Bitchwax, they're a bit more straight down the line, biker rock, stoner rock.
Yeah.
Whereas they used to be this fucking mad psychedelic band, but that's still cool. It's still a pretty fucking good album. But yeah, I'm fucking so impressed by Revocation because I never listened to something that's that heavy. Like really, Lamb of God is about as heavy as it gets for me.
Did you send me through the thing for Black Crack?
What's Black Crack?
Black Crack. It's the wee miniseries, like it's popping up now.
No.
Very much in the same vein as what
But
I'm
I've
going
seen
through.
this album. So what we've just flicked up on the big screen here is
The Death Wheelers
the Death Wheelers.
by Black Crack.
So-
Very like Uncle Acid kind of stoner rock.
Yeah, they're
Motorhead.
on Easy Rider Records,
Yeah.
which is the stoner label. Like, but it's the album cover that gets me. How many '60s exploitation horror movies is that ripping off at once?
They use the same album cover but just switch the colours for different singles.
Right.
So there's like an orange version, there's the purple one.
And tell me this: are they good?
Yeah, very Motorhead-ish, like, which are like, so.
So I
Yeah,
thought their
it's-
name was the Death Wheelers.
No, I think that's just the title for that EP,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're called Black Crack.
Black Crack.
All right. Sweet.
But the input works. So that's something that's along that vein that has been popping up. And as I said, that's something that's been sitting on the back burner for a while as well. So I would have wanted to touch on it.
But they're
further
definitely
back, but,
on
yeah.
festival bills with Uncle Acid and co, aren't they?
Between that and I wouldn't
Desert
be surprised
Fest
COC or something would be handy for them. Like
Yeah.
it'd be that kind of a gig you're going to like.
But I'm just really impressed. Like, it's called I Tread on Your Grave, so that's obviously referencing that old movie I Spit on Your Grave.
Yeah.
And it's just like nailing the '60s vibe.
Isn't it? All you're missing is the Vertigo logo in the background somewhere, and that's you said. That's fucking perfect. That's the kind of
Great album cover.
That's put it this way, I haven't seen anything else out this year with an album cover that's really got my attention as far.
I just think that Turbo Wolf's album cover is sick. I got a t-shirt. Have you seen it? It's the martini glass with the moon in it and a crocodile around it. That's pretty fucking sick.
That's pretty good. But then again, they're always pretty good for stuff
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
looking down the list here and I don't really know what has been a cool album cover. Certainly none of these ones that I'm going to talk about.
Well, the Alice in Chains singles were coming out. One of them literally had just like a white background, and I was quite unimpressed with that. I hate when people do that shit.
I haven't heard the new Alice in Chains, but I'm so pumped because although the last album wasn't that good, like Black Gives Way to Blue is so good, and it's still those musicians are obviously just got lucky with Black Keys Red and Blue.
Yeah.
Then they were still figuring some shit out, but now they're gonna fucking nail it. This is gonna be, you know, Return of the Jedi, number 3 in the trilogy. Bring it fucking home, boys. And William Duval, what a fucking replacement. Not to take anything away from Lane Staley.
No.
Not doing that, and I'm not getting into how good he was either, because that would take me all fucking night. But I'm just saying, how fucking good has William Duval been? Sick. Absolutely brilliant. Alice in Chains playing in Vancouver on the 22nd of August, where I am moving. First fucking metal gig in Vancouver. Alice in Chains, couldn't really ask for much better than that. I haven't personally heard the 2 new singles. There's 2, aren't there? Yes?
There's 2, yeah.
But just before the podcast here, before we hit record, we were listening to Name.
The Alice in Chains tune? See, that's the thing.
You've got me on that one. But the heavier one, the heavier of the 2, and it fucking sounds evil. So it doesn't sound like there's much going on in it.
So far under, that's what's
far under it. So yeah, it sounds like, it just sounds slow and doomy and evil. It's like, you know, the quote that me and Danny, a friend of mine, big Alice in Chains fans, shout out to Danny, see you soon, bro. The quote we also about is when Jerry Cantrell said in the press, you know, listening to Alice in Chains music should make you feel a bit sick. And I think that was the vibe coming off that tune big time. You know you know how the riff to Check My Brain, and it's like just it sounds like being seasick. It's like you're on a boat going up and down with that band, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna boat.
It even sounds like the cymbals might be a bit more loose than usual, just like shh.
Yeah, fucking Weaver everywhere, nice and wet. Speaking of wet, did you see that Satchel put out a custom guitar pedal called the Pussy Melter?
I was wondering if to bring that up or not.
Oh my god, this girl was cracking tits on Twitter, calling them everything under the sun, this, that, and the other, setting up a fucking petition to have a band. Hey, lady, if you don't like Steel Panther, fucking listen to them. And definitely don't buy that guitar pedal, but definitely don't try and fucking ruin it for the rest of us, like. Now, I'm never going to own a Pussy Melter. Do you understand me? Like, but I want the option to be there. I don't want because some fucking bit on Twitter is like running her mouth like.
So how come no one said a word for years about Big Muff or Metal Muff, but all of a sudden this is a fucking issue?
Pussy Melter's just a step too far, is it? Alright, well sorry, but you're going to really fucking hate it when you listen to any of their songs ever.
Well, have you seen the replacement name that's been suggested?
No.
It's like fucking Bottom Destroyer or something, or Ass Destroyer or something like that. There, you're sitting there going like, so that's the compromise.
Oh, absolutely class. If anyone involved in the manufacturing of Pussy Melters would like to send any to Redacre Productions, please get in touch with either myself or Maguire, and we will review it thoroughly for the next podcast.
I'd be happy as fuck. Just put the microphone through the pedal and shit.
I'm not quite sure we're at that stage yet, but if you don't ask, you don't get.
Just think, might as well.
Yeah.
Give one out as a prize.
If any land here, like I want one, don't you keep them all for yourself.
No, definitely not.
So, to sum up on Revocation, get the Chaos of Forms album.
Yep.
But listen to Invidious, which comes off their self-titled album.
Great Robert.
And then remember that after Chaos of Forms, it just all gets very death metal. Like the most recent album was very, very death metal, and I don't really.
Was there any change in lineup or anything? Or
for the Chaos of Forms album, they added a second guitar player. So they've just been able to do way more complicated shit.
He's a death metal man then.
Yeah, but it was, you know, it's natural. Like you can hear it getting heavier album by album, so it's not, you can't even be mad.
Like again, as we always bring them up every so often, like Mastodon, there's a good change between stuff, but that's more for the concept again. But you can see the change. The opposite graph though, just getting heavier. Yeah.
But I'm fucking blown away. His guitar playing is amazing. If you want to hear a fucking sick solo of his, you should listen to Dismantle the Dictator. Invidious, the solo in Invidious is huge.
I think that's going on the wall as well at some point.
There's a fantastic instrumental. It's on the album. It plays after Invidious. What is it called? It's called Spastic, and it is it's tidy. There's a riff in it that is fucking
I'm putting a pin there when you mention instrumental, because I'll bring up something next then. Well,
that's it for Revocation. I mean, definitely check them out. I would say even check out that new single, because it is proper fucking crazy. But again, what's going on musically is just so fucking good, and it's not tech death. Don't think it is. No. It's like it's thrash death, But I'm just telling you, I wouldn't be having spent however long we've spent now talking about a
Building
fucking
up to me.
death metal band if I wasn't fucking really impressed. So if that fucking means anything to you, definitely get on and check that shit out.
And if I don't like it, I'll just pull a 5-minute rant on it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Win-win.
One album is really all I listen to, and a handful of other tunes, but they're just also goddamn impressive that you'll be into it. If you're a guitar nerd, you need it.
And there you go.
You need it. Okay, that's it. They need. If any guitar nerds are listening and you all don't know Dave Davidson, what are you doing? Your parents should be arrested and locked up. It's borderline fucking criminal if you don't. So
perfect.
All right, hit me. Who's got instrumentals?
Instrumental, definitely worth a big fucking surprise one this year from Ghost.
Okay, there's an instrumental on the album.
Now
I want you to talk to me about Prequel because I see it everywhere. I see everybody fucking talking about it. It's going to be all over the end of year list, isn't it? See, we don't read the metal press anymore.
No, there's no point.
We are the metal press. No, but seriously, I don't get any of the magazines. No. I read reviews online.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't keep up with But unfortunately, I don't think really that metal is as well served by blogs as other genres, or certainly as it is in print.
Yeah.
The print journalists still sort of have the stranglehold on it. But not that that's necessarily a bad thing. I just can't really afford to fucking be buying metal magazines. No. Maybe a digital subscription would be worth it. I don't know. Let's not get into it. But I'm just saying, it's kind of... We're completely out there on our own now, just trying to find, we're not getting spoon-fed, ones to watch.
And we don't...
Here's a free 15-track sampler.
We don't have a local CD shop or anything nearby where
you
walk
shit.
in and hear stuff or see it on the
Where do we
shelves.
go to see an original band around here? We can't go to the Night and Centre, that's for 16-year-olds. And it's gone, so there you go.
Well, it's gone in our hearts anyway.
Well, yeah, it's gone.
Long gone.
So we're just going by basically on the bands that we already like.
Yeah.
And you're a man for Spotify. I suppose I have to fucking get into that.
Well, it's the main thing for me is just because the quality compared to
I would find some gems on Spotify probably, because once it gets to know you, the algorithm's probably quite good.
It is quite good, but they used to do that weekly playlist, and sometimes you'd find some gold, sometimes you find something that you haven't heard in fucking years. Sometimes, recently, it's actually really pissed me fucking off, to be fair, because I pay for the monthly subscription so I can download shit and listen to it when I'm off, and don't have to listen to adverts and all that kind of shit. You can get higher quality streams. 100% all good, right?
Very nice.
But notice last week I was going through a lot of artists. Something like BLS, for example, the other day I wanted to listen to Stillborn. Haven't heard in ages. What the fuck? The album's missing. The album's still there, but the tracks are missing. They started removing albums. Some of the bands have of older shit. So you're only getting 5 albums now. Some people.
So you have to go buy them.
I have them there, but
no. But I mean, is that why the bands are doing it? Do you think?
I'm not sure. I would say at this point it probably would be, because
Spotify doesn't fucking pay musicians. It's fucking criminal.
But then again, to me, it doesn't.
But then nor do I. So what the fuck can I say?
But, yeah, I just see it as okay. Rather than me going out and buying 3 or 4 albums a month like I used to do, now I can just pay the 1 month for the same price for 1 CD and have everything out. If the album's out on Friday in the shop, I get to listen to it at midnight and Thursday night. I'm fucking set. I get to hear all the recent ones, my big fucking ones, like the Megadeth releases, Metallica and all that. The night before, I'm sitting there going, great.
Yeah.
Everyone else has to get up early tomorrow morning. I've got to sit here grand. But get round off back onto that. Wish I were Prequel. You're pronouncing Prequel. I keep saying prequel. Prequel.
Well, there's 2 L's in it.
There's 2 L's.
It's probably meant to be Prequel.
We'll call that for now, folks. Get it embedded in me, but. Yeah.
Now, I'm not super well versed in Ghost,
okay.
But just as I was saying to you there, this album is fucking everywhere.
It is fucking everywhere, and for once it's warranted. Now, the first wee while I listened to it, I think I even sent you a message and you were just like, no, Maguire, no. One thing I said to you was, man, I think this is year's Emperor of the Sun. You were like, no, man, it's not.
Well, no, I don't think it's going to be Emperor's Sand. And I have listened to this album, but I don't know, whatever it is, the way it is, when I put it on my phone, it fucking plays out of order. So I'm instantly turned off. I am an album guy. I want to hear the big long keyboard intro swell, and I want it to sink in properly, and I want to know if there's a concept, and I want to know, I want it to flow. So I don't so that's put me off. I think probably more than anything else. But I'm not hating it. But as you're saying to you, I was listening to it in bed and stuff, and I'd wake up and it'd still be playing, and it'd just be all these sax parts, and I just I clearly fucking missed something like big time.
The one word I would say for the whole thing, besides maybe just out there because they fucked about with a few different instruments and different kind of melodies, which is cool. Something different for once, right? And to be honest, most times when you're hearing his voice, he sounds the exact same as the fucking dude from Scorpions.
Right.
It's ridiculous. The amount of times you sit and listen and going, fuck, is this the Scorpions or what the fuck's going on here? But they've pulled their finger out for a lot of kind of tunes in this. There's one tune on it called Dance Macabre, which sounds, it's identical to fucking Kiss, Thrills in the Night.
Okay.
It's the same fucking beat, the same melody, the whole lot in the guitars, but it's so catchy.
Okay.
And so the main word I would say for this one is definitely upbeat. You just stick it on,
Yeah,
walk into work, and you're like,
I got that.
it's like disco vibe at times of it.
Yes. Because remember, they did an ABBA cover there a while back, so I think we've had that association with them before.
They did that, and they did It's a Sin by, who does that? Beach Boys, is it? Or something like that?
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't remember.
Wrong
but
version.
anyway, it was pretty fucking catchy. It was tight, like it worked. And they did great covers before. They did one for Here Comes the Sun, George Harrison.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
Sure.
With the wee like organs and shit and all, it worked. I love the whole fucking just like they take the complete piss. Like they big up the whole occult bullshit. They're not into it at all. Apparently, they're just like, we're just doing this for the crack. It's a good way to get attention, and they can mask off and dance around and do their own thing.
Yeah, well, they all. Yeah, it's like the baby metal thing with the fucking fox god. It's just window dressing.
That's it.
But Ghost are fucking.
They've gone one out. They had the whole thing where we're just like, this is the new singer. It's the same guy the whole time. Everyone fucking knows. He just puts on different makeup each album and different.
Is that a
personas.
gimmick?
Yeah.
Right.
But what they did this time around was made videos and all where they brought out the bodies of the old singers on stage on these glass coffins and all. But they were clearly wax dudes. But they went to that much trouble to sell the gimmick of it. And it works.
Fair play.
So when you read into that, you're grand. Like they've done on the last, they did a re-recording of an old tune recently called He. And it's like this big like love tune, but you find out it's like some dude like as if he's in love with Satan. But when you hear it, it just sounds like this like gentle wee tune. It's like, but it's just to take the piss. Like so, I enjoy it because you don't.
So musically,
thrash head on. Like
is the album good? Does it keep you interested?
It holds up. But
the saxes aren't distracting.
It works.
Context.
It works. I mean, it's not. It's heavy on at the end, but the whole tune's building up anyway. So at that point, you're sitting going, "A saxophone, yeah, fucking right." The next thing after that is a fucking like cowbell. For all sakes, like anything else out of that point was killer. Like
I am all aboard with cowbells.
Well,
big time.
Well, I haven't gone too verse with the album. There may be a cowbell there, so you may have to have a nosy. But I would definitely say if anyone's just curious for something different, especially actually if you're driving, wouldn't be a bad one to stick on. Just those 2 or 3 tunes in a row. Like Miasma is the name of that instrumental tune with the saxophone and the whole wee. There's like a riff in it. They just how they beat it. It's just pure catchy, like scratchy guitar kind of shit and all. And then that leads into Dance Macabre with the fucking beat the whole way through it to be fucking disco-esque kind of tune.
I'm definitely gonna have to give this album a bit more time.
Well, you've got homework for that. I've got homework for fucking Revolution.
Yeah,
I'm happy enough to do that. So that's good for you.
Yeah, well, I think Ghost are a band that I would like whenever I put time into it. Same as
it's very merciful fate.
I'm still waiting for Uncle Acid to just grab me. I'm waiting for that right tune. So it's just again, it's like I know I like these bands. It's just that I haven't had that eureka moment.
They have a new album coming out.
Uncle Acid have?
Yeah, and they're touring over here in January, February time. So we're all heading up to heading up or down the Dublin gig in the Academy. So tickets are 18 quid. The lads know how to spoil you. And it's one of the best. If anyone ever gets a chance if you enjoy Sabbathy kind of tunes, stoner rock, if you haven't checked these guys out at some point, check them out. There's a great BBC sessions they've done as well. Fucking brilliant. It's almost like being at the gig. And the gig is one of the, everyone stand around just nodding, and you walk past them like, oh sorry, just like let you pass. There's people pouring the pints at the bar, like nodding away. It's just chill, and they've got it all backlit, so you can't see what they really look like. You know what they look like from the pictures anyway, but you're not distracted. So you're all just sitting there, just nodding along, and fucking brilliant. Like 6-7 minute long fucking
jams. Yeah,
brilliant. And it's really
wild guitar freak out in the middle.
Well, that's it. It's kind of like Black Sabbath and the Beatles mixed together at times. With the
Beatles' influence is huge in Uncle Acid. I've always noticed. Any of their tunes I do know, like Poison Apple.
Oh, tune. Yeah. Like 13 Cans. It's all these all of a sudden pick up the pace, fucking Sabbathy jam, wee bits. No, that's what I like about it. It's just splashed in every so often.
So, We got distracted by Uncle Acid there. Ghost, would you
Easily.
do you want to give it a mark out of 10? Is that possible?
I can give it, I'd say 6.
6?
6 out of 10.
Really?
Mainly because, as I said, to get any higher for me, you have to have like 3 or 4 tunes in a row where you could tell when, oh, that's obviously side B.
Right,
or
so
you get
it's,
that classic album vibe.
All Killer, some filler.
Yes.
Right, okay.
I think there's a couple even wee fillery tunes that are there on purpose as in transition kind of tunes. So
Right, okay.
like I mean,
I don't mind those, like.
it'd be like, what do you call that fucking Slipknot tune? All the numbers. It's like
Yeah.
it's just
At the very start. Yeah, but at least, put those at the start.
Yeah,
don't have them in the middle. Yeah, I know it.
Wasp do that a lot as well.
Yeah, I don't mind the whole intro outro thing, like the lip is fuck the piss with it.
Yeah.
Like, there was no call for that. Like, but
Yeah.
fuck it, your bookend the album, it fits into the whole storytelling thing that I like with albums. But yeah, sweet. Well, I honestly thought you were going to give out more, but fair enough.
I'd say the only thing that would pull up the mark was if it was like a concept album. I don't know if they've exclusively done that for a particular, like a novel or something. Like, they don't have to go full fucking Lou Reed and pick an obscure fucking like German play.
Just don't do it.
Just-
Don't even say it.
You know what I mean?
Don't say it.
I'm not mentioning
Don't
words. I'm
mention
not
it.
saying it.
I just don't think it needs to be said.
No.
Right, okay, I'm with you on
So-
Ghost, so that's cool. I'll listen to the prequel, no doubt.
Yes.
And then maybe the next album will be fucking interesting as well.
I'm hoping maybe
They're
they drop
putting
an
out
EP or
albums.
something.
They're
big
putting out
cool.
albums at a serious pace, aren't they?
Well, that's why I was surprised at. I mean, there was the last one. I think it was like the album cover itself had like a Metropolis kind of feel about it. The album cover actually itself. I think there's a version of it where there's a big statue of the Papa Arborist, but this massive dick. I think it's been blurred out or something.
This album cover's quite cool.
It's funky, but I still think maybe if I had went for a vibe for the album cover to match the tunes, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's still very like, I don't know, they just went to do a freak
If-
out.
if-
The new songs were really catchy, and I think it's just to fuck people that are in the charts that to look at this album cover.
Yeah, there's something
Yeah,
about it.
like Lordy.
It's branding, most definitely. But like if Ghost had branding similar to Uncle Acid's, you wouldn't blink.
No.
I mean, not obviously without their stage gimmicks, without that.
True, yeah.
If they didn't have that, and then their branding like on their album covers and all was just like regular ass shit.
That's actually funny you mentioned that. I wanted to actually bring that up, just as a closing remark there for Ghost. I'm almost certain they've done a live album or stuff has been put out live, but because of that whole setup they've got now with the glass windows and shit, that I'm looking forward to seeing some sort of DVD coming out just to see how mad that shit is to get it all set up, and also maybe that could be a turning point for a lot of people just to hear the tunes maybe as they're intended, because you can tell some of those things are definitely for like arena shit, like.
Yeah.
And Dennis, I know he's done this shit here with that's me asthma there, so I know he's come out with like the saxophone and all. I've seen like records of the crowd and all,
the front, yeah, he plays
yeah,
the sax.
I think
Oh,
he's miming it or something like
right,
that.
probably.
Still, I just want to see how obscure it looks, a saxophone in the middle
Yeah,
of that.
I can see that because you know yourself, like as bands tend to get bigger, like certainly of the band of this size, not like fucking the revocations of the world, but the things get a little bit simpler, a little bit slower because it's fucking echoing around arenas.
Yeah.
And you don't want a super technical fucking drum fill that the fucking people at the back just simply can't hear. So that's what I was thinking of this album. I was like, this is bigger. There's more scope here, like so. They just seem to keep getting bigger though. They do, like every album gets loads of praise. They're shooting. Where do they play on festivals now? They must headline stages at
I
down,
think
do they?
the main thing that probably kept them so positive was because if you see what's happened with people like Five Finger Death Punch, how much that's fucked up. They were the laughing joke. They started off being a big laughing joke for a lot of people, but I think all the distraction of things like Five Finger Death Punch colliding in the ground basically has distracted a lot of people.
Yeah,
All the negative shit's going that direction at the minute.
Five Finger Death Punch. So they.
I didn't
I
mind about
suppose
it.
they've
That's
put another
fucked up,
album out, have they? Probably.
God, wasn't it Justice for None? I think they've called it. I haven't listened yet, but the
Christ.
title alone, I'm going right. I'm gonna
That's
have to-
right.
I'm going to have to check that out.
Justice for None.
Justice for None. Now, I'm sorry, but I love me some Justice for All.
It's like,
So,
what are you more metal than Metallica now?
No.
Like, so
No.
why are you calling your album that?
Metallica aren't even as metal as Metallica.
I don't
And
know.
I love me some Metallica.
I hate Five Finger Death Punch, like, and you know what really
What
stuck
is
in
it?
me?
Is it the, is
One
it
of
the
their-
fourth melodies? What is
One
it?
of their fucking tunes got stuck in my head the other day.
Can't you see?
No,
This is the one I was got stuck in my head.
fucking Bad Company.
Oh, fuck.
And it just was, the chorus was just in there, and I was just like, Why? I listen to so much good music. Like, I probably heard this on Skulls like 8 years ago. Why
It's probably one of those tunes you
in
can't.
my subconscious? Like
You walk past the room and it was on.
I wonder, was Bad Company the one that had the video so bad that it was literally just like, oh my fucking god, what are you doing?
They started the whole camouflage gimmick and all that
That's
shit.
what
Like Sabaton.
was it? I think it must have been Bad Company because this must be why I know it. Because the video is so bad. It's about like a soldier in Iraq or something, and
I think that's
oh my god, and it's just like so many shots of him cut with the band, and they're all experiencing all the pain. It's just like, all right, give me a break, Slipknot Jr. Okay, please. Like, it's just like somebody was like, right, well, we like Slipknot's music, but anything that is interesting about it, that needs to go. It's just like, what? Oh, sickening, useless, fucking terrible, woeful band. If you fucking like them, you need to have a fucking very serious word with yourself. Like,
well, it can't be too brutal. Again, at the end of the day, there's so many.
Well, there's another band we can be fucking brutal about.
Who?
Bullet for My Valentine. Apparently, very, very cheeky of them to call their album Gravity, as it's going to bring them fucking crashing back to earth, crashing back into doing fucking day jobs.
Man,
Apparently,
so
it's gone fucking arena rock.
Yeah.
They tried to pull a Metallica.
No, they try to pull it. I think they just goes, do you know who's still selling out, or we're still mates with? Avenged Sevenfold. We'll just go on tour with them. We'll just make an album like them, and we'll just jump on, we'll have the crack, and boom, off they go. I think that was the plan. Because they're sitting there going, like, Metallica's not going to pick them up. If you sound like Metallica, they're not going to pick you up.
Bunch of fucking
so,
gobshites.
Man, what's up?
I'm not listening to it. I listened to the single off the last album.
Yeah, and that was enough.
Was that one?
Fever.
It was the last one, Temper.
Oh, fuck.
Was that the single?
Yeah.
Man. Why even bother, like,
isn't Moose away out of the band? Like the only decent guy in the band, the drummer.
I'm not sure, but the drummer that they brought in now is fucking sick. In fairness, it's Jason Bold, who plays on CJ Wildheart solo albums and played with Axewound. So, but it's just like,
well, here,
why is he doing that?
Right.
Like,
why is that?
He's so much better than that.
The same thing's going on with Machine Head. Their bass player is fucking brilliant, and that new album was Catharsis was fucking brutally shit.
Right.
And you're sitting there going,
oh, the Machine Head album, yes.
You're going, what a waste of talent for that lad. So why can't we get him and this dude in for Bullet for Valentine? Just make them a wee group somewhere.
I don't know.
Who else is shit?
All the loose, I don't know if we could just have all the loose cannons in one band. Like, it's probably a recipe for disaster.
Sometimes that happens. Like, I mean, you got like Active Defiance, which was the last remnants of the last Negative.
Was that, yeah, Chris Broderick and fucking
Sean Drover. Like, Sean Drover is a tight drummer. I still think he is. He can be sloppy for Negative sometimes, but I think he's pretty fucking cool. Eidolon, he did with his brother. He went on the fucking he went on session mode after that. Like, but that lineup, you thought, right, here we go. The man, like, everyone keeps saying is the best Negative guitarist is Marty Friedman. Get him together with this guy. It's going to be tight. It's going to be fucking punching.
It was woeful.
Bullshit. It was disappointing as fuck.
Yeah, I don't even think I bothered listening to that.
No, I'm very disappointed.
I just seen Chris Broderick and I was like, nah.
So people, this is one of those things, like, do you go back and give Dave another point on his man card and going, yeah, you were actually right. Like, you weren't a dick for kicking him out or all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, like, I don't know if Dave Mustaine really has a fucking man card anymore, like, since he fucking is a conservative Republican Christian, like, but as long as he just keeps pumping out Megadeth records, I don't that's not going to bother me.
He's name dropping a lot of stuff last week, while he keeps putting up stuff like, he's looking for, like, buzzwords. I think he's got a good publicist now, because he mentioned, like, the new album's going to have blast beats.
Right.
But specifically name dropping certain things like that, you're just like, right, okay, why you got me attention?
Blast beats on a Megadeth record. Do I want that? I don't know.
You want Dirk? I can't pronounce his name. Starts with a V anyway.
Oh, yes, I know who he is. Is his surname Verhoeven?
Yes. He is more than capable. So you're sitting there going, right, give it a go. See what it sounds like.
I want to fucking pick up Revocation's drummer for a couple of weeks. He whipped them in the shit. Fucking hell. That'll be scary.
But is that a worry though?
That would be.
Is that all that's missing, you think, with something like Megadeth? Just more better drums, or?
I would love to hear Megadeth. Like, I know it was like, do I want to hear blast beats on Megadeth? But fuck yeah, why not? Because blast beats only ever come for a bit and then fuck back off.
Yeah, it's not
like they're not gonna do an old blast beats tune straight black metal. So dynamics. We're back here talking about this again.
Yeah.
Don't just give us the same thing over and over. Let's have some fucking variety out there, people. Unless you're AC/DC. Never change.
Even Motorhead used harmonicas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Lemmy did that cover of Stand By Your Man.
Yes.
Which is class. But I would like to hear Megadeth with a super fucking tight, like a fucking heavy metal drummer, like a death metal, like a six man in there. What the fuck is Joey Jordison doing? Why is he not playing drums in Megadeth? Imagine how bouncy that album would be.
Oh man, no one can keep up, to be fair. But then again, you're sitting there going like...
But they had Chris Adler in, so...
This is the thing I was thinking about Chris Adler. A lot of people thought Dystopia was probably going to be like the last album. I don't think he wanted to go out with just a session guy in to take over drums. He wanted to actually go out on the road and then do that. So
I think we've got a couple more albums, yeah.
No, I would say give it one more shot, do an album, go out when you can actually play, and then give it a go.
They all still can play.
Yeah, but give him time, man. He's one of those lads that, as much as anyone hates him, he's fucking earned a break at this point. He's done enough.
Speaking of people that are in Megadeth,
yeah,
Dave Ellefson,
yeah,
new Metal Allegiance record coming soon.
I've seen that. Bobby Blitz and a few other lads.
Who's Bobby Blitz?
The lead singer of Overkill.
Overkill.
I swear to God, see if anyone hasn't checked out. Never mind the music for one thing. He is a funny fucker. If you even watch some of the interviews with him, he's got this fucking pure New York Jersey accent kind of thing. Smokes heavy, and it's just this laugh. It's infectious as fuck. But he's a treasure. Definitely, when he comes in, he seems to be the only lad. No, there's a group of mates who are arguing. He's the one that's just stuck in the middle and just sitting back enjoying it. That's him. But Overkill definitely is something to be checked out. His vocal range of screaming and everything is just insane.
Right, sweet.
Very punk.
Is he the only guest that we've heard of so far? No,
the one I remember.
I've heard Troy Sanders come back for a tune. Now, his song off the last one was fucking fantastic.
Yes, I'm thinking, but
I think he comes in and sings because Dave Ellefson, I think the core there is Portnoy, Skolnick and Ellefson.
Right, so you're talking about between Ellefson and Sanders then doing switching.
Or probably just get Troy in to sing because they'll probably lay it down and then he'll just fly in or record it in his own studio and send it over. I just think it'll be that simple because, but I don't know, it's exciting. I wonder who's going to be on it. Like,
I know there was something released not too long ago, the track names and who's on each
one.
The
Bobby Blitz track, is that?
It's the one that caught me attention.
Sitting on my fucking computer for ages, have a listen to it.
Well, here, bring me up to speed with something else then, because I was just thinking there was the other thing recently where you had to call an answer machine number and then you get to listen to the track. Wasn't it something, oh my God, we're doing recently? Or was it the Burn the Priest thing?
So I have listened to this album.
Yes, you've been waiting for this for a while.
And overall, I'm not that into it. I'm just going to lay it on line for you.
Okay, why?
Because it's Lamb of God covering punk tunes. And it feels like a waste of Mark Morton, Chris Adler, and Will Adler. But, by that token, one of my favourite people in metal is Randy Blythe. And he is quite clearly having the fucking time of his life making this album. So, I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying, don't expect to be completely knocked out, right?
Yeah.
But, having said all of that, their cover of the Bad Brains Eye Against Eye is incredible.
So that's the takeaway, is it?
By far and away the best tune on there. There's some clinkers, don't get me wrong. So you know the crack.
Yeah.
Our listeners know the crack. It's a covers album under their original band name of Burn the Priest, which is just
brutal
so fucking metal that it's absolutely fantastic. So, to be honest, they're all obscure sort of 80s hardcore fucking bands, and I'm not even really sure who a lot of them are.
Well,
so
I wasn't hoping for fucking big name cover album.
That would have been too weird. So it had to be this sort of gnarly punk stuff. So, it's the first one, a cover of a Madball tune, maybe. What is it called?
Tell you what,
the one that the video came out for.
Yeah,
it was very, very good. It's a very good one. They also cover the Melvins, which is great. There's a tune on it called Kerosene, which is actually fucking fantastic. It's quite a slow burning buildy one. Then that Bad Brains cover is amazing. They cover, is it Ministry originally do Jesus Built My Hot Rod?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Randy Blythe is quite clearly just fucking loving doing that. Like, I'm not screaming, I'm just Yeah, I really like the Burn the Priest album. If you're into Lamb of God and you're into metal, fucking get it. Especially if you're into old school hardcore and you like Lamb of God, then it's a fucking real gift. But I am super pumped that they've done it and got it out of their system. I think that Lamb of
Move
God
along.
have definitely one more interesting album than them. I don't think Randy fucking Blythe is finished. I don't think Randy Blythe will be finished when Lamb of God finish. But I think that Lamb of God will finish because I don't know how well Randy's voice is going to hold up year on year. Like year on year, yeah, sound. He probably got a couple of years. But then moving forward, and plus, do you want to see somebody doing Lamb of God songs when they're 55? Not really.
It's just going to sound like a better old
know,
man.
It's just going to sound super fucking weird. He needs so.
But his stage presence as well, like, I mean, to keep that up as well the whole way through, you're sitting there going like, nah, it's not going to happen.
It's just probably not possible.
No.
So,
I think it's the heat with the whole thing as well is probably just like, look,
yeah, he
we
does
can
so
market
much
it.
other stuff now,
Yeah.
and all, like Randy doesn't even fucking like heavy metal. He's just a punk that wound up in this fucking band.
There's your other homework to
Talk to me.
That. Skull and Bones, the Overkill track that has Randy Blythe on it, if you haven't really checked that
Oh,
out.
sick.
So that could be your way in Overkill that way.
Yeah, definitely. I love Randy guest spots. Like.
This one is fucking tight because it wasn't the one that got me into Lamb of God because I was already in them before. It was the one that kept me going. I'll keep an eye out every so often to bring shit out because it's one of those bands where I'm sitting there going, I had to draw allegiance. Am I going to really follow this band or not? So I focused on more things like obviously Mastodon also.
Yeah.
Just drew lines.
Yeah, well, Lamb of God I thought were fucking at their peak on that Resolution album. It was fucking fantastic. Then the one after the whole trial shit, it was like super dark, fucked up, and rightly so. But
we used an awful lot of that in the gig we were at, which was good. A lot of the set was from that album, which was good. It didn't just breeze over
that 5-1-2 tune, which was a
Yeah.
cell number, was really good. But just that on Resolution, it was sort of like they were being like this southern metal, like just like this fucking satanic Leonard Skinner, but like I know they're not like, but there was something southern and swampy and bluesy somehow still in all that metal, and it was just like, fuck, these lads are just.
Give us a tour with like Down and COC or something.
Yeah, but then all that shit happened, and it was like, oh no, we back, baby. It was back to the darkness, the fucking just that still echoes. What a tune that was, and that's a perfect example of how they were just furious at that stage. But as I say, I think we'll get another good album out of those guys. And if Burn the Priest was the last thing they ever did together, that wouldn't be the worst. Mark Morton's definitely going to give us a solo album at some point.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think it's in progress actually. In fact, so that'll be
your
more.
Sources tell.
Yeah, well, you see these things places you don't necessarily remember.
Yeah.
But you always see him when they go and you see the behind the scenes shit with Lamb of God. You see Mark Morton sitting on the porch and he's barbecuing, and then he has the resonator and he's finger picking, and also he has that whole side to him as well. And honestly, like the riffs that the boys write in Lamb of God is just like, what could them two boys do with an acoustic? Like maybe Chris Adler in the corner, or Chris Adler in the corner on a coyote. Like if that would, but it'd be sick.
What, just doing like Planet Caravan kind of shit?
Just, I don't know what to do. I was thinking like a fucking fucked up, super fast bluegrass. Somebody get a banjo in there. You telling me Chris Adler couldn't, or Will Adler couldn't learn the banjo?
What about then the Revelation mix then?
Yeah,
So
Dave Davidson down.
There you go. I think you just worked out a good wee duo there.
That would be fucking sick. Dave Davidson and Mark Morton, fuck, they would come up with some mad shit. Because Dave Davidson's coming at it from more of a jazz, Berkeley School of Music, fucking degree, Dream Theatre-y fucking angle, and bringing jazz in it. And there's a lot of stuff of him online playing jazz scales and shit on his own. But then Mark Morton's got that bluesy country southern swamp vibe, like that would be fucked up. That would most definitely be fucked up.
More for just maybe having a fucking, how would you even approach that one, to be honest? But just where
It's not for me to worry about. It's on them.
We're not paying for it.
Speaking of legendary guitar players, I listened to Joe Satriani's album.
Is he fucking hell? That's not how far. Well, again, not for Tuesday.
When was the last time you heard of Joe Satriani put out an album?
Fuck, I don't, man. Besides chicken foot stuff.
Yeah.
None.
This is a solo record.
Yeah.
So the hook this time was that although it's a Joe Satriani solo album, the band is Glenn Hughes and Chad from Chickenfoot.
Oh.
So
It's not too bad.
it's a lot punchier than his music used to be, you know. So it's like less like complete guitar fucking wank off. It's just more of a more bandy chicken footy tunes, but Joe's
He's reserved.
guitars are the lead vocals, you know.
Oh, here, where's Hagar these days?
I'm not sure what's on Hagar's doing, man. That is the truth.
He's probably lying on his back somewhere right now.
I
happy
would
as
say
fuck.
tequila is involved.
Tequila.
I would say his own brand of tequila is most likely involved.
Is that the one like the skull bottles or something? Or is that Dan Aykroyd's vodka?
No, Dan Aykroyd owns Crystal Skull Vodka.
That's
Yeah.
the fucking madman.
But yeah, I liked the Joe Satriani album, honest to God. I was not expecting to. Like, don't get me wrong, I got it, somebody had it. And
Based on the fact that
do you want
it's,
to copy that?
No, okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'd be a bit reserved because whenever you're sitting here thinking, going, right, okay, it's like someone hands you a few Malmsteen tunes or something, listen to it. It's just a different vibe. You have to sit down and appreciate the skill and all that kind of shit. You can't really just stick it on when the lads are here. Like,
Yeah.
it's just different. So, when it comes to Satriani, it's just the fact is that does he sing? Or am I own ignorance? Because I'm just aware of him more for just
I think
guitar.
sometimes
So,
he has sung in the past,
When the name of the band is the name of the one dude who just plays the one instrument, does the one job, I always feel like, right. It's not like Jeff Healey who plays and sings. Or fucking, well, obviously sings, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
See what I'm going? Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Vocalist, it works for vocalists. Just the one dude. It's like, if it was just Jimmy Page just playing with the whole band was called Jimmy Page.
Yeah, but Jimmy was not into it if it's as a guitar player.
Yeah, it's just not the same.
Yeah, well, I don't mind all the shredders. Like I've seen Paul Gilbert.
Is the
and
mix
stuff like
everyone
that.
else turned down but him? That's what I keep thinking.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's quite punchy. Like it's like a band record. And there's a lot of fucking driving Glenn Hughes bass lines in there.
Fuck, well there you go. There's something at least I can.
So
cheer
and
out
that's that's nearly worth the fucking price of admission. Just to hear Glenn Hughes fucking playing bass at a very high level. But yeah, again, don't ask me for track names. I think the first one's very good. I think it's called Energy. Yeah, as good as Satriani's been in a long time, you know, and maybe better.
Do you remember the name of the album or the EP or?
No, dude.
See, this is the problem. I think
I've got
this
it
year,
though. Hold on, it's on my phone.
It's something this year with a lot of bands.
There just hasn't been anything that's been like, fuck yes, that's a tune.
Well, funny enough, I've got something on.
Well, I don't.
Go
You
ahead.
know, I don't listen to these guys. So let me get the name of the Joe Satriani album, and then I want you to take it away on that front. Because
Good point.
to be honest, I've heard a lot of good shit about what you're going to talk about.
Okay.
Right, let me see.
Keep everyone just
Satriani. What happens next? Is what the album's called.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a wanky stand on a cliff solo album. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't have the flight of the something. You know what I mean? Like a concept where you think you should want to be doing. Like, so yeah.
What happens
Right.
next? No, dead on. Right, talk to me. Judas Priest, Firepower.
Fucking tight.
Is it as good as everyone has been going on?
Yes.
Sweet.
It really is. It's one of those things that if anyone else, I've seen fucking Priest before, and they're really fucking tight live. Especially you have to sit and appreciate for those lads that age to be that tight and consistent, and that the heaviness of this album is fucking insane.
So it's heavy.
It is quite heavy, yeah. It's the you're never going to miss melody or anything on the Judas Priest album. Halford's just going to take and just go, right, how far can I still fucking sing high? I'm going to just challenge myself for this whole album. He's done the same thing again, and he's belted it out. And it's very memorable, a lot of the tunes. Fucking Firepower, even, most times the first single, the first disc is always just like, oh, this is probably like the only decent track off the album. No, there's a great fucking one. I'm so glad.
I've heard that it is a good album. Every
It
single
is.
track
It's
has its place.
it's-
Who is in Judas Priest at the moment? Run me through.
What do you call it?
There's
Guy?
been loads
Yeah.
of shit, hasn't there?
There's been Glenn and stuff leaving because of the
So it
partners
was
and
so
whatnot.
Glenn and KK are the classic.
KK's gone. He was replaced by Guy. I can't remember his fucking name. The new guitarist.
Glenn
Who-
Tipton.
No,
No.
he's fucking tight. Really, really good. And on this album in particular, he just owns it.
Why is his name Glenn Tipton in my head? Who the hell is he? Is he the bass player or something?
Just a guitar. No, yeah. I need to go back and fix that one.
No, I could have just fucking made that up. Don't worry about it. I don't know shit about Judas Priest.
Yeah.
But
It's
this
still a
might be
mix.
the time.
No,
I have heard a lot of people I respect saying that this album is fucking savage.
It's one of those albums by the band that always drops.
I don't know
every
why I
single
haven't
time.
listened to it. In fact, I should have fucking listened to it for coming here. It's not like I would have thought to myself, oh no, there's no way Maguire would have listened to that.
Do you remember? Right, do you remember, no, do you remember what happened when 13 came out, the Black Sabbath album?
Yeah.
It's like Everyone's been doing their own thing for a while, and all of a sudden the lads come back and drop an album that just throws everyone off.
It's like riding a bike.
Yes, these lads just come back and go, oh, you think that's heavy for a wee while? Here, listen to that for a bit.
Bang.
It's fucking tight.
Drop the hammer. I love drop the hammer moments.
Spectre, the one tune off the album in particular, everyone should check out. There's a great video for it as well. And oh man, it's just catchy. That tune in particular, I think I stuck on loop like 10 times first time it came out. As I'm sure mostly everything we've gone through here as well can be found on Spotify to check out. If you're intrigued,
I don't think I'm talking about anything that mental this week that's not going to be on Spotify.
No, same stuff here.
No,
Murder Priest is it on? I don't know.
No sneaky Bandcamp purchases the last while. I'm just not as punk rock as I used to be.
Well, gotta pay the bills, so fuck.
Well, that's very true. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up on some fucking sweet bands in Vancouver.
Well, there's some homework as well on that.
That'll be. Well, I know Archspire from Vancouver.
Okay.
That's a crazy tech death band I played in.
You've paid me quite a lot.
Death growls, but at like a rap pace.
Yes.
You remember that guy? They're from Vancouver, dude. So
get them a hiccup.
I definitely think that I could tip in and watch them one night because their sets, like their album's only 35 minutes long. You couldn't play a set of that for any longer than 45 minutes.
No.
It's 300 BPM. It's fucking fast, like, but just for sheer craziness, Archspire and Revocation, two bands that I cannot wrap my tiny little head around how bonkers it is sometimes, like, but I love it, love that shit. Have you heard the Counterbats album? Because I have not.
I haven't either.
What is the story there? It was secret released.
I've been distracted waiting for.
Is it on Spotify? That would nearly convince me to get Spotify.
Search. See, I've been distracted waiting for all the Bad Sabbath stuff to come out. Like,
is there more Bad Sabbath on the way?
See, I've barely seen any videos or anything. I've been waiting for something, so I thought maybe they're going to put something out.
I don't think Bad Sabbath is that serious of a thing. I think you're just going to maybe have that 5-song EP, and if you can get to a gig, but otherwise I don't know. Hopefully their fucking Bad Sabbath tour comes to Vancouver. That's something I'll be big into.
You're set. Well, call out anyone in Vancouver that's listening and give him a hookup.
So haven't heard Counterbats, but I have heard Sleep.
Yes.
The Sciences.
Yes. 420 was brilliant that day.
Great cover.
Perfect.
Actually, great album cover.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, it's just a fucking astronaut on a spacewalk connected into a big bud.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic.
And it was just out of nowhere, just was dropped.
And as we say on 420, the patron saint day of hippies. And now, does it all sound the same? Sure, yeah, a little bit. But have y'all ever heard Sleep before? So
they give just had to go double check the spelling of it anyway. But Giza Butler. Just for naming the tune,
Giza Butler. It's so stoner rock because it's the Geezer Butler, and Giza is where the pyramids are. And
Sonic Titan is the other one that really fucking liked off that. I had to double check.
I honestly really enjoyed. What is it? Let me see.
Even the Science itself,
something.
What'd you do?
Marijuana's theme.
Yes.
Yeah, because
it's just a name anyway.
The track before that is like a 3-minute intro, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's just like, alright guys, let's go. Like, I'm not a hater on intros normally, but with Sleep it was like, the rest of this album's gonna drag because it's doom metal, so can we just hurry this bit up a little bit?
I need to check something as well, because I think they even announced that they've got another one in the making.
But
this was literally just like, we'll put this out now.
Oh, sweet.
I might be completely fucking wrong.
Yeah, you
but
couldn't imagine that.
So
I'm looking up at your list here. Not like I just unfortunately can't give you much on Sleep because it's a fucking big long doom album, and if you like fucking big long doom albums, you like it, and if you don't, you won't. So there's nothing I can do for you on Sleep. Check it out, fucking definitely don't listen to it not stoned, whatever you do, because it like. Can you? Now,
I've had it on the car before.
Are you legally allowed to listen to Spotify without being on a very active dose of THC? No. We will need. I think we need to get the Redacre lawyers on that because we need to clear that up because we wouldn't want you to be floating about, or not floating about, as the case might be, listening to Sleep. So I'm looking up your list here, and let me see what I want to pull off. The Sword.
It's basically the same kind of crack going on here with Sleep.
Right.
It's again because I hadn't picked up on Sword in fucking ages. Because they were cherry picked by a lot of the bands and taken around for ages, and then all of a sudden they just dropped off the fucking radar.
I just don't know if I listened to any other albums after Warp Riders.
The same. I
Warp Riders.
think I have
So
I
that
have
was.
one thing saved from it.
I know the album after was called Apocryphon.
Yes.
Only because I thought that was a sick name that I've retained that. Couldn't name a tune from it. And then they went a little bit more rock.
Yeah.
With High Country.
Yeah.
And then this is the album after that.
This is the one after
What's
that.
it called, excuse me?
Use Future.
And it's just got a car on the cover.
Yeah, it's a bit more...
A lot more
simple
lo-fi
looking,
than, it used to be like big spacey paintings and high concept albums.
That got me worried though, so that's why it's been on the back burner and there's a lower fucking vote count for it. But it's with Sword anyway. They just have their moments. They pick up the pace every so often. As usually do. Like it's you're not going to get things like Iron Swan and all again. To be fair,
I knew
but,
you were going to talk to me about Iron Swan.
Yeah,
Iron Swan.
That's the peak one.
Yeah.
So the problem with a band like this is I think they peaked straight away.
Well, I think they picked on Warp Riders. I think as an album, it's super good.
Yeah, well, as a full album, yes, I would say that.
What's the tune on it? Tres Brujas. That's.
Do I have to go into the accent as well?
Well, I can. You don't
can,
have
I
to.
can.
I'm going to. You don't have to.
I would say Come and Gone. I would definitely pull that out if anyone gets a chance to pick up this
Come and Gone.
Sword. Come and Gone. And I think I think it's just Deadly Nightshade because I like that idea because there's the Megadeth tune definitely likes it. So it just goes. Sometimes you see a song with the same title, and you're just like, I think I go at some point. It's alright. It's just lower on the list, like Sleep, because a couple other things came out recently just completely distracted me away from those bands.
See, I went through a big thing with Summer Rock, loved it. Then after, a lot of it fucking does just sound the same, and it takes a lot for a band to stand out.
What they do is they talk the niche. What's the bits that everyone likes about that vibe? I'll just do that all the time. You know what I mean? There's no real. Sometimes you get a band that got their like Black Rack or Crack Black, whatever the fuck he's talking about it.
Yeah.
More Motorhead vibe in it, but still has a couple of wee flavors. So
yeah, so they run sort of, as you say, from like a Motorhead sort of level intensity to your Sleep.
It's more
of a long, drawn out down. But then in the middle you have closer to the Motorhead end, I would say you have Fu Manchu, who are pretty sweet. Their most recent album was fucking incredible. It finishes with a 17-minute epic.
I was glad to see Fu Manchu back on because I was building up the list again. I went through to get a lot of stuff off of things like Tony Hawk's 2 and all again. The classic playlist. Fu Manchu wasn't on Spotify properly for a long time, and a lot of stuff's come back on now, so it's just like, fuck.
I think they're meant to be a pretty good band. I don't know their back collection, I just know that most recent album, but it is fucking great.
Jason used to constantly name dropped him in an interview, so that's why he started picking up, because you do that when you listen to your idols talking about shit.
Yeah, you want to hear what's inspiring them.
Why is Dimebag wearing a White Zombie t-shirt? I'll go have a nosy as White Zombie.
Yeah.
Do
you hear the fucking Zombie and Manson are putting out a fucking duet? What is it?
No, don't.
It's a cover, it's out
Dancing in the Streets. Please do that.
No, I got the email today. It's the Beatles' Helter Skelter, is what it is.
Nah, why didn't they use like Strawberry Fields or something for the crack? Or Penny Lane. Give me Penny Lane.
Like,
too.
I just don't think either of them has anything to offer anymore.
I can go for another Rob Zombie album over another Marilyn Manson album any day.
Yeah.
Any day. Because even if he does like Educated Horses, where he's doing half quieter, kind of fucking laid back tunes like Kid Rock, sadly, or he's doing like the heavier tunes. I know.
Love Kid Rock.
Loved in
the present tense. Kid Rock. It's just rare.
I was looking for
just rare that I get to mention that on this podcast.
I was looking for History of Rock. It's sitting over there somewhere on that CD.
Devil Without a Cause is the album. Devil Without a Cause is the album. Also, Live Trucker.
Yes.
The live album is off the charts. Incredible.
Right. You obviously don't follow wrestling. He got inducted into the Hall of Fame for wrestling last year because a lot of his tunes, he's done performances.
I know American Badass was the other tune.
Fucking tight. But he came out and he was doing his wee speech and all this kind of shit, and he was talking away just about the band and all that kind of stuff. And you remember all the tight music he used to play and how heavy it was. Then he did his wee walk off and he played one of the new tunes. And even he did this wee like bow as it to go, man, he used to be fucking cool.
Yeah.
He just seemed like
hardcore.
Even I don't know, man. I thought once you heard that fucking Skinner rip off, I was like, all summer long, I was like, dude, you fuck off at this point. Stick your ball in the ball, the fuck.
Yeah, it was borderline offensive, that tune. I'm like, even I can't stand up for that one. But it's not on the live album was before that period of his career, at least.
Fuck.
So there's still like a country tune on it and like a
he
lot
doesn't
of his
say
old hip hop.
I don't think he says anymore. No, the Brown band, whatever the fuck he had with it.
Twisted Brown
yeah,
Band.
I don't think he even acknowledges that anymore. So that's the end of that.
Yeah, because he completely modelled that whole setup on Bob Seger's Silver Bullet Band. So that's all he. But they were so tight, like the guitar, like the lead guitar playing underneath the last verses of Cowboy as it goes out.
Yeah,
are fucking wheeling.
But that's what I'm saying. To come from that, I mean, like Jesus, it's not as bad as like.
Those tunes with Sheryl Crow now.
It's not here.
Fuck Kid Rock. Bob Ritchie, have a fucking word with yourself. Because do you remember he had a guest spot on Slash's debut solo album, and the tune was called "I Hold On." Great song, really fucking good.
What went wrong?
Good lyrics. I don't know. His own career is just country. Like he's tied up and he's fucking talking about running for the Senate and all. So his head's up his hole probably.
Well, getting in the country will surely get you there.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to. I think it's just one of those ones that the press talk about because like it seems so obvious. But like, I don't think Kid Rock has any fucking interest in like having a job.
Well, without name dropping the office person, if that particular person could get in the office or get into things, anyone can.
Yeah, exactly. Orny.
Why not? Just for the crack.
Yeah, well, like it's always going to be there for him.
You ever hear Mustaine thing about that? Because he always had those banners at gigs when he didn't have them. Fans had them for Mustaine for president. His main thing, he kind of was cocky, saying like, "I'd go for it," but straight away everyone's just going to bring up the fact that he was a heroin addict.
Yeah,
and just like everything's documented about him. He'd be like fucking Tommy Lee or something trying to go for it.
What is going on with Tommy Lee? Have you seen this shit?
No.
He's in some sort of public fucking spot with his son, and it's just like, yeah, what? Like, you get in a public spot with your son. Like,
how old is he now? 50s?
I don't know. His son's 21, so
Jesus.
I don't know. It's just like, it's embarrassing. You should be doing that.
Bringing up about sons and being embarrassing, I mentioned you. Another bit of homework for you to take a notice yet. It's the wee mix up with Corey Taylor's son.
The Slipknot kids.
Yeah, the Slipknot kids. I don't know what they're actually called. Man. Look, not trying to take the piss out of anyone that plays music or trying to do their own thing. Or every band starts off the same, they always don't sound right, but my God, you're sitting there going, you expect so much from the things like, it's the kids of these guys. Obviously, they've got all the equipment, anything they need to harness that fucking talent.
All the inspiration lying around the house.
Anything they need. And no, it's not fucking there. He just says, oh, it's bad. But you're sitting there going, like, maybe it is that, like, they're just proud as fuck to go, they're just making noise in the basement. They're safe. They're not fucking whacked out in coke. Let them do what they're doing, fair enough, like, but I don't know. I think even the kid even has like the same Corey Taylor haircut and all. You're just like watching going like the same kind of presence when he's trying to sing. You're sitting there going like, I don't know. Like,
no, they need to go out into the world.
Like a fucking Wolfgang. Wolfgang doesn't pull that shit. He doesn't try to be Eddie.
Do you know we're getting a Wolfgang solo album?
Yes.
Produced by Elvis Basquiat,
yeah,
who produces all Alderbridge Records.
Am I hearing right as well? This might be a completely wrong one, but I think that guy from fucking Sum 41, the good guitarist that used to be on Sum 41, wasn't he trying to do something along those lines with him? Or he definitely...
Oh, is he?
Well, he had his own band for a while. Sum 41,
shit. I think we're back for a while there.
I don't know if they had the original
with him. They had 3 guitar players. Because I read it in Total Guitar.
With the Paul Maiden, they kept the other guy on. Fair enough.
Yeah, so Sum 41 doesn't even...
So do we need 3 guitars?
Fucking need 2.
No, sure, Derek or whatever just sit there with a guitar in his hand most times pulling a bono.
Yeah, pretty much behind the back, I think it goes.
That's a funny thing. You ever check this out? I wonder if it's up on YouTube now. Used to get these DVDs with Total Guitar years ago. And I was like, fucking, they would do these wee photo shoots and they would record the backstage going over a lick. And they did this one with Sum 41. And I had Derek and your man, the other, I can't remember his fucking name, the other guitarist.
No, I never can.
The tan individual.
Yes.
The black guy. Tan individual. So they're both talking away about just warming up techniques and about palm beating, resting the hands and whatnot, and picking styles and shit. So they're running through a couple of wee riffs of their own and famous riffs and shit. And every 2 seconds he's pulling out shit like Maiden, and he pulls out Dyer's Eve out of nowhere, just starts fucking playing it 100% on the spot. And he goes to Derek to do a wee thing, and it's just shit.
Awful.
Sloppy, and he's wearing like a jacket the whole time. I was like, man, take it off, the fucking relax,
Yeah,
and wrap it around your waist and get the fucking work. But no, it's just,
great.
and he's on a wee telly and he's rocking it, whereas the other dude's got pure. He actually just looks like the Tremonti setup.
Oh,
like
nice.
Proper ESPs, the whole lot, and you're sitting there going like, you're watching him and you're looking at your man going like, man, you just need to go your separate ways. No, it's just different. It's just very different. There must just be good mates that held it on for a while and then realised. He even got fucking. I think your man even got Solo of the Year one year for Into Deep.
All right.
I remember that. They got that, and that tune from fucking Rain of Fire, Walk Away. I think they got it as well one year. But
Into Deep is a great song.
It is a good. But you know what I mean? That's all him. If you go back and listen to anything somewhere, it's all that one dude.
Well, it's a harmonised tapping, the main part of the solo, isn't it? So, yeah.
And again, you can't beat the fucking Sunpool doing.
Yeah, it's just so iconic for anybody of our generation.
Ray's done it.
So,
what else can you pull off the list?
The Sword, then, what would you give the Sword out of 10 just before we...
Because I only listened to it once, and obviously I'm heavily putting it against previous shit, so I would give that one about 5.
Right, okay.
4 to 5. 4.5.
Nothing to fall out of bed over then. Alright, I'll tell you who put out a very good album.
Go for it.
Blackstone Cherry.
Oh, they've been over here recently, haven't they?
I think they played the Telegraph. It
was Buck Cherry, sorry. Man, I always get that fucking shit mixed up with them.
Blackstone Cherry are the guys from Kentucky.
Big Southern. That's
yes.
them,
yeah. So, man, do you know what it is? This album is fucking really, really good. And Chris Robertson is just doing what he can to be the fucking white Jimi Hendrix. And I am here for it.
You're fully behind him?
His tone and his leads on the new album are all very, very Hendrixy. Like, what could be better? But it's in this fucking down-home southern swamp shit.
You're really bringing in the southern.
Yeah, I'm loving the southern at the minute because I'm fucking listening to the fucking
Cajun metal
podcast with Southern Comedian all the time, so that's just like getting it reinforced. And then
I'm waiting to see. Well, you've got the backwards hat, the whole lot on at the minute.
Yeah, I need a haircut.
You do.
It's putting a hat on is fucking so much cheaper than getting haircuts. I'm telling you now.
I've been doing the same. I'm wearing my LA fucking Kings hat the last wee while, rocking it and working all. It's perfect, so I don't have to wash the hair. It is fucking heat.
Yeah, well.
But it's not as bad.
I'll get rid of loads of mine at the weekend, and you definitely won't. But no. Blackstone Cherry, tunes everywhere on this album. The opening two are both brilliant. My favourite of it is called James Brown. And they've got like these, three female gospel singers backing them up, doing all these oohs and woos and bits, and it's just real soulful, kind of Motown vibes at times as well. It's definitely not their heaviest album, not by a fucking long shot.
Well, they weren't there for Sum 41. They were near further the end of Sum 41 Rewind.
I think their debut album was 2008.
I thought it was 2006 or something. 2007.
Maybe the second album was 08 then.
Yeah, but like a lot of those bands from that time, like even like Godsmack and a few other ones, they've got some stuff out of it, but it's not as heavy as it used to be.
Fucking held on better than any of them.
They held on, but even they've taken a dip with the heaviness to be fair.
Oh, in the heaviness, yes, but they're definitely as famous and as fucking selling as many records, more than ever even.
How is it though that you listen to that, and even if you have to bring it up too on, but even if you listen to some of the new Nickelback shit, that still sounds heavy as fuck. But it's just so, what the fuck? It just smacks you in the head. You're sitting there going, it just doesn't sound right either. That sounds heavier than most shit sometimes. Just like, this isn't right.
When I interviewed the bass player from Blackstone Cherry, they were just back from a tour with Nickelback. And they were saying they were fucking great lads.
Yeah.
Fucking give them an Xbox One for the bus and all. And
yeah, but they get some shit though.
Yeah, but they were just like, fuck it, we love Nickelback. Yeah. And then whenever they left Belfast, they were going on to a tour that was them opening the current version then of Lynyrd Skynyrd and then Kid Rock. That's a fucking night out. Depending on Kid Rock's set list.
What's the order?
That order.
So
Kid
Rock closed?
Yeah.
Fuck.
The Lynyrd Skynyrd opened for Kid Rock in America.
I'm sorry, that's
how
wrong.
Fucked up America is.
That's wrong.
Fucking sort your shit out. Hey America, sort your shit out.
Oh, do you know what would be cool with Lynyrd Skynyrd? Alice Cooper would be a good fucking run-off for that. Just something a bit different.
Apparently the Hollywood Vampires have been fucking stinking up venues up and down the country. Yeah. Brutal, I've heard. The Darkness have been opening the show, blowing them out of the fucking water, supposedly. And obviously I'm biased. I love the Darkness.
Yes,
Wearing a Darkness t-shirt. Favourite band of all time.
Oh yeah, good man.
Favourite album of all time. But even objectively, like you can look at the Hollywood Vampires and be like, that was probably always destined to feel like.
Well, let's put it this way: all vanity projects will.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what that was.
So,
no one.
Nobody wants to see Johnny Depp playing a guitar. Like,
it's not Johnny Depp coming in and filling out for Testament for a tour. Just to help out or something, you know. What I mean? He had a few months off to jump in. This is literally they're just getting together because they're going, look at all the money we have. We can just do whatever the fuck you're going to.
Apparently, shite as well.
This. Most people are probably just going there to say, I just went to see Johnny Depp play the guitar. Yeah. Not went to see this fucking.
It's a good idea on paper, I think, probably.
Really?
Well, it's like a good idea.
As a marketing thing, it's fucking genius.
It was cool enough though. Like, but I think the album had to be a lot better. Really, the album was sweet, dead on.
Isn't it weird to think though that fucking the Korn situation seems so normal now, where they had fucking Rob Trujillo's son playing? That seems so normal now compared to this shit.
Like, yeah. So I think I expected more from the Hollywood Vampires. They're meant to have been terrible live. Thank Christ they had the darkness with them. Otherwise, God knows what would have happened. People walking out of shows. I was disappointed I couldn't get on Sunday to Queen with Adam Lambert, supported by the Darkness in Dublin.
I was tempted.
How glam would that night have been? That must have been amazing.
Sure, it's 30 years from the Slane gig.
Is it?
Yeah, this year. So
wow.
I thought, it's no bones. We've mentioned here plenty of times on gigs, these podcasts about gigs. When it comes to Dublin, I just avoid like the fucking plague most times. Slane in particular, I will avoid. If anyone, obviously, has been to Slane Castle or aware of it, it is a fucking nightmare. Getting in, you're going down a big basin of an embankment, right down to the fucking floor. It's a bowl. And then, for anyone local and all getting back, you have half an hour to get from the fucking stage, up that hill, across the town, up the motorway.
No, at least to get up and out, it's a half hour.
You're fucked.
And it's a bad time.
And it's not great for acoustic. It's not like Marley Park where the sound just goes on for miles. It's great. But wasn't that where the Queen gig was?
Marley Park, yes.
That perfect for that. Mm-hmm. But I thought maybe just because after 20 years, why not milk it? Could have got a load of older heads going maybe.
Yeah.
Because all I saw was nothing but puking.
Yeah,
heads
it
out.
just seemed to be fucking announced and then it was on and
it
was over. It was like, I didn't hear about this at all.
No, well again, we're bring it back again. Where the fuck are we going to hear it?
Yeah, exactly. But do you think they would advertise things like that to you properly? Do you think Facebook algorithms are fucking there to do this sort of thing?
Well, most of the things I keep seeing is tours, Instagram stuff announcing tours. It's Europe. Nowhere near Ireland.
Nowhere near Ireland.
Thanks.
I know. Apparently Vancouver's not that great for gigs because bands will just play Seattle instead. Or, and they'll stop, only come over as far west as like Calgary, which is still 8 hours away.
Fucking it's just still stint for you.
The lads have seen Steel Panther. I think there's a festival featuring Florence and the Machine in September.
Oh, Jesus God. Have you ever seen Florence Machine live?
No.
Oh, I did. I one about your old.
I wouldn't be against it. Like, I think there's worse offenders out there than Florence. Are you telling me live woeful?
Live woeful, and I don't know whether it's just the gimmick thing that she does, but she had this whole video thing where like she's coming out of an airplane and before she comes on and people are carrying her bags and all, and she seems to have this fucking presence about her. Just feels, oh fuck off. Like I could never have the crack of this, but it just seems very.
She's meant to be a complete steam lord. Loves the drink.
Apparently,
loves it.
But I don't know what it is. It's just. It's used in theatrics just completely distract from the fact she's just been doing fucking shit the whole time.
Kate Bush light.
Oh man, it's fucking woeful. She's standing there on the stage hovering like a fucking banshee, like a mile away from us when we were there. We creeped up quicker. I think Rodrigo and Gabriella were on before then.
Excellent.
Got everyone pumping. Then there was a wee Cuban band with them doing wee fucking backup shit for their tunes. I was like, this is fucking brilliant.
I'd be in that.
Brilliant album as well that they eventually did with that setup. So they came on, got everyone riled up, ready to go, and then she came on. She's like, fuck. I think that was the night Stone Roses closing. And man, see from Rodrigo and Gabriella, the rest of the night was shit after that. That was the main reason for going for that. Oh, I can be ignorant sometimes, but the Stone Roses thing was just shit. Just shit. There's a lot of young ones running around thinking that they were there in the 90s when all that shit was going on. We were, but I wasn't fucking sporting that.
I never really got mad in the Stone Roses myself. I'm aware that there's some
Ian
very
Brown.
good tunes.
Ian Brown's work.
Love Spreads is a big tune.
Yeah, well,
Love Spreads is a big tune.
I just remember growing up hearing Fool's Gold all the fucking time. Just sick.
Fool's Gold is a big tune as well, though, when you break it down.
Don't like it.
No?
Don't like it. Can't
I just think the guitar playing super interesting.
Florence, back to Florence there. Waste of fucking time.
Okay,
absolute waste of time.
I'll send you a picture.
Don't. I'll delete it.
Look, I can't afford to turn down gigs when I go here. I need to make friends. I can't be like, Oh, I exclusively listen to fucking Revocation. Get out of my face.
Is that what you've been doing basically the last month or two?
No. What I've been doing, I told you this, I'll tell the listeners, because I think one or two of them should adopt it for themselves. Just put all your favourite Alter Bridge tunes into one playlist and just constantly shuffle it. And I promise you a good time. Like, you constantly forget just how fucking good they are. Like, they are fucking savage. And this is the thing that just really, really, really gets my dick hard about Alter Bridge is that. So they had album 1, right, where they're kind of Creed light, and we didn't know that Miles Kennedy could play guitar.
Yes.
So then we have album 2, where we know Miles can play, and then they bring out fucking Blackbird, right?
Which just completely fucking
shakes everything up.
Oh yeah.
Shakes the world of guitar playing up, literally. And then album 3, which is the super dense, nearly progressive album, I would say, with kind of a loose lyrical concept about religion and atheism, and it was like, I didn't really buzz off Alter Bridge Street just that much compared to Blackbird, and I was like, is this band in danger of disappearing right up their own holes? And then they fucking brought the heat with album 4, Fortress. I think Fortress, I would be pretty comfortable calling Fortress my 3rd favourite album of all time, because it was just like, here, do you know how Tool aren't being Tool? Let's be Tool. And they're just all these thundering fucking looping syncopated rhythms and fucking, and with the thing with the lyrics on the album before, obviously it was nice and it was interesting, but it wasn't just as, they were very deep, and whereas it was the immediacy of somebody fucking pissed somebody off. That is all I know, because the lyrics are so angry. They're fucking like, Alter Bridge Fortress is incredible, and then the one they put out after that, no, it's not just quite as good. It doesn't just bite like as much
as the.
But like some of their most complicated compositions, some of the best guitar work, some outstanding riffs, and again some fucking top-notch lyrics. Like they're just in a class of their own.
How recent is this one coming out?
So I'm not sure when the last album came out. I think it was 2016.
16.
Yeah, I think it was the end of 16. But new Alter Bridge hopefully early next year.
Fuck, that would be good.
So that is going to be sweet. And then that leads me quite neatly into talking about my most recent gig, Tremonti. Yes. So Mark from Alter Bridge, solo act. His solo band have put out some absolute clinkers. Can we have one from Spotify actually here while we talk about this? Can I do this? Do I have the power?
You have the power.
Unlock that bad boy for me.
No,
well, actually, if you want to just do this, because I don't know how to work Spotify.
Okay.
I'm looking for Betray Me by Tremonti. Betray Me. Good metal name for a tune. But oh my god, rediscovering those Tremonti tunes. There's a fabulous fucking one called Flying Monkeys. Do you know it?
I'm going to.
Oh,
a name like that.
God, dude, the riff is so good. It's the one I put the video of the outro riff up on Instagram.
Is that what that was? Yeah.
And it's slow and it's gnarly and it's fucking evil, and I just love that shit. So listen, I would be lying to you all if I said I remembered this concert in perfect fucking 3D. But I was having a really good time. I know that much. All the videos I took from it were savage. And I just remember being blown away by how easy they were making it look. Mark Tremonti is one of the guitar players of our fucking generation. And as I say, just making it look so fucking easy. So this one here, Betray Me, is fucking heavy. It's from their last album, Dust. There's another fabulous one on there. The title track called Dust is great. Are you alright?
I got it.
You're grand. But yeah, Tremonti were fucking fabulous for 20 quid.
What?
For 20 quid, like, that's all that cost.
What was it, Limelight?
Limelight 1.
Ah, Limelight. Well, fucking after that, I'll be able to tell you another Limelight story then.
Well, that's basically it. As I say, I don't have too much in the way of details, but there are just great tracks dotted throughout their albums, and it comes together beautifully in a live set.
Was there a good mix of old and new for this one?
Yeah. And they close with one called Wish You Well, and it's fucking.
Did they do obviously staples like fucking Ties That Bind and all that kind of shit?
No, they didn't do any Alter Bridge because they've got 4 Tremonti solo albums now.
You didn't pull anything from that?
Nope,
No,
didn't do anything.
Wonder if
and then Miles Kennedy was in town like 3 days after, so we were sitting there going, "Oh my god, imagine!" But it was never gonna happen.
A walk on, like
wishful thinking. But I'm just so impressed. And going back and discovering this album, Dust is their third solo album. Wow, it's fucking fantastic. There's just some great shit going on there.
Well, it's literally been added to the list now, so that's on there along with fucking some more
Flying
Eradication.
Monkeys
So,
and Redacre. Well, Flying Monkeys, what a fucking riff. You will be into that.
It's just the name alone is just fucking getting me, so I'm okay for that.
And then it's embarrassing as well, because it's like, how the fuck, like, he's that good of a singer now on his own, and it's like, he's in a band with Miles Kennedy. How is that fucking fair?
Yeah, well, how's that going?
How is that even fair on other bands? Like,
what, just not giving a chance whatsoever?
There's not, nobody's got a chance to fucking deal when that's going on. So, what else is on the list here? Blackstone Cherry, great album. Blackstone Cherry's album is called Family Tree, for anybody who missed that, because I didn't say it.
Yeah, I actually wonder if we're going to go back on and cover that.
Yeah, no, that's called Family Tree. That's really good. I think I'm more impressed with it certainly than the last one, Kentucky. Although Kentucky, they had a mad cover version on it, had they? Yeah, they covered War by Edwin Starr.
Right, okay.
I know.
That's a different
but it was fantastic. It was fucking sick. No, Blackstone Cherry, killing it. I can only imagine they're on Rare Life form as well, because this album is fucking built for it. Like, hopefully they've got the gospel choir section and all with them on tour. Like,
man, that's like 3 extra microphones. I'm sure they can set it up. Like,
yeah, I'm sure they can. I'm sure they can afford that shit now. They're sub-headline and download all the time.
Well,
they sub-headline the Guns N' Roses there.
Is it?
Like,
oh, right.
Well, it was them, or it was one of the nights. So that's fucking big. Like.
Just thinking there, as said there, that Roy Blood's been doing that. They've got the 2 women backup singers now.
Oh, do they?
On with them. So you're sitting there going, like, if they could do that, get the choir in for fucking crack.
Yeah. No, I'd say there's probably going to be a banging live DVD off the back of this. Apparently, as well,
just in time for Christmas,
we are getting a live Alter Bridge album from a performance with a full orchestra.
Right, okay.
So I would be very, very big into that. How the hell did some sort of fucking trap music come on the Redacre studio?
Anything called Betray Me is coming up.
Ugh, Little Wolfie. Tell you what it is, Little Wolfie. I hate you. Get out.
Let's go now.
Yeah, sorry Spotify, we weren't just looking for you to play every single fucking tune called Betray Me by every single artist ever.
No.
God, I don't know if I'd be getting that Spotify shit. If that's the sort of carry on it gets up to.
No, only if you wanted to.
Alright, so Blackstone Cherry, fabulous. Tremonti's new album, what's it called? Dying Lights?
Yeah.
A Dying Machine. Yeah. Honestly, just the problem was that I liked A Dying Machine, but then I discovered Dust sort of immediately after it, and just liked Dust far better. So I'm just saying, all 4 Tremonti solo albums, there'd be something on there for you. Definitely get onto that.
Yeah.
So the most recent CD that I bought, which I bought on CD.
Right. Interesting.
The Darkness live at Hammersmith. Wow.
2 disc?
Well, 1 CD, but it would be like 4 vinyls, like it's long.
Fuck, that's pretty cool.
So,
you get tempted to get the vinyl version?
Nah, I've slapped myself on the wrist there and been like, look, maybe in 5 years.
Oh yeah.
But for now, y'all can't afford that shit.
No.
So I have a couple of Turbo Wolves on vinyl and stuff. I'm glad, because I'll never get that 2 hands on vinyl again. So if I hadn't bought that, then that would have been...
stuff that could go out of print very quick. So
this one comes on gold too, so it was like, I had to have that. But it came with the CD. They're smart, you know.
It's still counts for sales, isn't it?
Yeah. So, fuck the Darkness live. It is like so good.
I doubt there's any new stuff, but I'm getting like
just all stuff from Pinewood Smile that I was talking about in our end of show last year, and all the tunes that I loved off it. Buccaneers of Hispaniola, Japanese Prisoners of Love.
That's the one. Japanese Prisoner of Love is fucking brilliant.
The big single off the album before that, Barbarian. Oh my god, do you know what's possibly the biggest tune on their live album? One Way Ticket to Hell and Back.
Oh yeah, I love that tune. It's catchy as fuck.
Cowbell. Yes, that is what I am talking about. No,
cheesy
it's just
video, but works.
such ridiculous good fun. It is class. Now, my one gripe is that Love on the Rocks with No Ice isn't in there. But saying as it goes on for like 12, 14 minutes live.
Oh yeah, well there you go.
It probably just had to be cut. So they leave the stage after 3 from Permission to Land. So they do. Let me get this right. So I think it's Friday Night.
Yeah.
Stuck in a Rut. Growing on Me. Leave the stage. No, tell lies. It's Stuck in a Rut.
Yeah.
Get your hands off my woman, motherfucker.
Brilliant.
Growing on Me. Leave the stage. Come back for an encore, right?
Of
Japanese Prisoners of Love. Christmas Time. And
no way
Love.
did they do Christmas Time.
Believe I think called Love.
No way.
It's the
That's
biggest.
a great fucking
So
mix.
I am sitting in the middle of fucking June, Maguire, belting out Christmas tunes all around the fucking house.
You look at me and say that as if that's a bad thing. I do that shit
No,
all the time.
that's when it comes to the darkness, that shit can go on any day of the year.
I just have actual Christmas tunes on during the year.
I remember one time me and Danny had a party and it was just like we're steaming like and it was just Christmas in October and just started putting Mariah Carey on and just people it was like an after party at our house in uni. So you just have people landing back in, you know, with fucking kebabs and all, and it was just like, Santa Claus coming.
I can't say it. Like I priced something the other day for the office.
Right.
It's a train set, musical Christmas train set. I'm gonna get it for the table for recording.
Definitely.
Spare no expense.
That will in no way be distracting or annoying.
They'll put a few.
That's the main thing about that.
A few applications around it would be grand. A couple of Redacre stickers would be great.
Great for Instagram. Great for boomerangs on the day.
Fuck, that's for all year round for me. Never mind that.
Man, I'm fucking so impressed with that Darkness Live album. It's really catching them on fucking rare form.
That track list is pretty fucking good actually.
They've got, and then there's loads of other songs in there that you want to hear as well. Like Black Shuck is in there.
Is it DVD as well or just?
Love is only a feeling is blasted out second. The biggest power ballad in the world, second in your set. Are you joking me?
As I said, any video? Is there a DVD with it or?
I don't believe there is a video. No, I think it's just a traditional, good old fucking fashioned live album. Like
nice.
No, absolutely no fucking.
Would be cool to have a nosy at it, but as in visual wise, but
yeah, no doubt. I'm sure there were gold catsuits and fucking upside down clapping and all.
Well, if you think of it, imagine if they were doing that kind of track list on their shows in general, and then you've got like the Hollywood fucking vampires that come out after that. You're fucked.
They would suck.
Maybe that's really why the reviews are so bad because you've got such a great show to follow
right before them. I know.
But then again, I've heard all the stories about how shit the Hollywood vampires were, but I did not. Obviously, you told me that Darkness were back. No, I didn't hear any big vibes either. So maybe people aren't really that bad. It is just that bad. It's distracted everyone from what they heard already.
I think they're just bad. I think it was a nice idea, probably, that could write an album of covers of all your Dead Mates tunes, and
maybe it's just maybe somewhere to hide a bit of money offshore or something. That's what it is. I don't know.
Some sort of tax fraud.
Maybe.
I wouldn't put it past the half of them. So, no Tool album this year because Maynard James Keenan's been accused of titting somebody up.
Yeah.
Oh Christ. Me too, but now me too.
Yeah, me too.
Oh dear. So I don't know. There's reports that this is done and that's done, and he has to come in and do the vocals. So like, no, it's just never gonna happen. Fucking forget about the new Tool album and go back and listen to Fortress by Alter Bridge.
Yes,
boom,
it's
done, sorted.
Well, we might have to wrap her up on not making a somber note, but somber topic anyway.
Well, we have to mention it.
Yeah, it has to be mentioned. It's just what's happened over the last few while from us changing locations and fixing up the studio and everything. We have a bit of delay on music podcasts. So a lot of things have happened. Not too many notable albums and singles come out, but for music news anyway, we had the passing of Vinnie Paul, Pantera. So
55.
55. Yeah.
50 fucking 5.
I know that's tough, but
do you tell me I've only got like
18
more years?
Yeah, I've only
quick math.
Quick math for me. Was it 55?
55.
25 more years. I can go for that.
Maybe my maths is wrong there.
Yeah,
but
your maths definitely off.
Still,
you're in your 30 years to go. You're grand. Like you're still pop. It's tough, but because that's one of those ones. It's like when fucking Lemmy and all went. When you see like a heavy hitter like that.
Like, you name me one other fucking drummer that has a instantly recognizable sound, and you're like, that's such and such
or
drummer.
anything like for a drummer, especially. Who the fuck remembers drummers? To be
And
fair?
you know, like in another drummer's hands, that sort of half clicky bass drum sound
would just be
sound fucking horrendous.
No, he stood above everyone else at that time, especially the big twist. Obviously, like I mean, they're doing like more of the glam metal shit at the beginning with power metal and everything. You can still hear some good shit in that, but that fucking switch to do things from Cowboys from Hell and everything. Even Lars at his tightest wasn't as tight as that kind of shit.
Domination. That's the only word I'm going to say to you.
Yeah.
And I'm not super well versed in Pantera, so I kind of feel a little bit like this conversation passing me by. But and people take the piss, but like I have a lot of love for some of Hell Yeah's songs.
Yeah.
Like anything that Hell Yeah did that was a little bit slower, swampier, more southern, like Alcohol and Ass, You Wouldn't Be, Cowboy Way.
You're into it.
Those tunes are fucking brilliant. There's a Hell Yeah tune, Homework.
Yeah.
God damn, do you know it?
No. See, Hell Yeah never followed.
Oh my god, the riff is fucking savage. There's no other way of putting it. It's a fucking unbelievable intro.
On the list.
Fucking great tune.
I stuck mainly with, when it came to Pantera, I just stuck the Pantera down and everything else I would go through. Superjoint Ritual I didn't like. Rex Brown stuff we actually had a nosy through. Wasn't too bad. I think there was just a big hype because it was, fuck, he's singing as well. He sounds good. The album just didn't hold up as
anything
much.
Anselmo has done apart from Down has sort of been too heavy.
Yeah, same. I'm not
fucking about a lot of death metal bands.
I'm not a big fan of that.
What is he in a band now called Scour? Is that still a thing?
Yeah. But again, like each their own, go out and do your own thing. He's not doing it for the money at this point.
No,
so
he's definitely not in a band called Scour for the fucking money. No,
not a chance.
But no, sad about Vinnie Paul, as I was saying, had a lot of love for Hell Yeah. Obviously, he had a lot of love for Pantera, just not that well versed in them. And just when's the next time we're going to get a drummer that people are going to like instantly able to recognise? He's going to change things. Like it feels a very long way away.
Man, just going into work the day after and stuff, I had Throws of Rejection on full whack in the car, and didn't even realise till the last minute there's a fucking people carrier beside me with an old couple and these wee kids in the back, and there's a particular part of that tune he's shouting the word rejection over and over again.
Nice.
And that I'm sitting there going, getting ready to go to work, and these ones are just out for the family day out, and this is fucking thumping.
Good.
So those are the kind of tunes that are living through me and stuff. We're just on full fucking whack. So those are some fucking tunes anyone should pick up. Hopefully, like the Outpour stuff was just insane. It's one of those things where it's nice to fucking see the people remember and do, have some fucking want to kind of like take part in the day and express shit and all that. But then you're sitting there going like, it's just such a thing as well. Like, where were you during the year when none of you are posting shit or sharing stuff or really mentioning?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I didn't see many things getting the hype train, but I will say it's weird to think now that when you think of Pantera, usually you think of the lads and then all the black and white photos are dying now. Now it's more photos of the two of them. It's just strange. Like that was a big one coming out and seeing. So now when you think of this, there's hopefully that's all talks of this in quote, because I have to do this in quote because if John's listening to this at some point, he'll point out to reunion. You know what I mean? The whole thing they wanted to do, bullshit. This will hopefully put an end to all that bullshit completely, because I think that completely drove a wedge between them, even at the end.
I just don't like Zakk Wylde, so I just thought like
that idea was just out off the table completely. I don't think that would ever.
It would have been Zakk featuring Pantera.
You
would have made it about him somehow.
There's stuff of like Phil with Metal Allegiance doing Pantera tunes and Rex. I was just like, that's more than enough. Leave it like that.
Bingo. Yes.
That's how you do it.
Deal.
That's how you do it. That's a celebration of tunes, so you don't need to go on tour and make money.
I'm sure there'll be a tribute album to Vinnie Paul, and it'll have Hell Yeah and Pantera and Damage Plan tunes on it.
Well, of all things, that's a hard one. It's bad enough trying to do Dimebag tributes because you have to be on fucking key. You're going to be really fucking tight. What are you going to just get Adler and stuff and all in?
No, you're not going to get Adler.
You're going to have to get someone tight and Joey and
Joey. Chris Adler. That's going to fucking Stephen Adler. What the fuck with that fucking lunatic?
Jesus, no, wrong Adler.
Sorry, somebody was talking to me, giving it all that to me about Stephen Adler recently. I can't remember who it was. But like, who comes at you talking about Stephen Adler?
That was weird.
Who was that?
No,
I don't know, but I'm not fucking talking to them anymore. Whoever you are, we're fucking fell out. No. Good luck. Right, final thoughts for the month.
Final thoughts for the month.
For the week, for the month, possibly for the year. Will we be back?
We'll be back as soon as we can.
As soon as we can, and then me and you set some Skype shit up.
Yeah.
Not actually use Skype, but that sort of thing. So I'll be coming from Vancouver. I'll just look. I have a lot of adjusting to do over here. Like, so there's gonna be loads of time probably around us fucking on my own looking for jobs and shit. So
while you're busy doing that, we've got plenty of other things to work at.
Yeah, but I'll do stuff and send it over, and we can have fucking some double D solo album.
I'm up for that.
Which would be terrible, but no, I'll be over and I'll listen. I'll see if there's anything cool on the Canadian scene, and
you're going to develop the accent. I fucking know it.
See, my accent's going to change right now. You know that I'm not behind this.
It's an Irish thing. It's an Irish thing.
I just want to be understood. That's all. Like when I get over here, it's gonna slow.
Well, if you're doing like darkness after everything,
way down, and it's gonna be so fucking hard. But we'll get there. Let me see. Was there anything else on the list here? Can I just very briefly shout out some fucking other podcasts that I've been listening to? So, in as much as I obviously love metal and I'm really enjoying it, one of my new and latest passions is fiction podcasts. So, like sort of like a radio drama, but exactly like a radio drama, but it's a podcast.
Right, Radio Shack they're doing with a lot of stuff like that as well.
So, Radio Shack, I've listened to one of theirs called The Polybius Conspiracy. Would very much recommend it.
They're it's like BBC Radio 4. It's like very, very, very specific one-off kind of shows about this one wee thing that one guy knows about. I love it. It's
but that Polybius Conspiracy is very, very, very good. It's about how the CIA, it's based in the truth, but it is a fiction of how the CIA were using video game arcade cabinets to try and brainwash people in the 80s.
Wasn't that like the recruitment thing as well for like army and shit? See who's got high scores and shit.
So that's what I'm saying. It's all rooted in truth. There were dodgy things going on, but
then war games to film.
They go. There is a movie about it. So then there's another one I've only just started listening to. It's called Life After, and it's incredibly creepy, and the voice acting is like on another level. So like I'm super enjoying it. And then the daddy of them all is one called The Black Tapes. It's a 3-series long horror podcast where investigative reporters are right. So the setup is the investigative reporter goes around to this guy. He's a professional skeptic. So she's interviewing him at the Strand Institute, his Institute of Skepticism, basically.
You got Black Tapes?
Just the Black Tapes, yeah. And so she's like looking at the wall of all these fucking white things, and she's like, "What are all those?" And he's like, "Oh, those are all the cases that have solved, that have proved to not be, the supernatural aren't involved."
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh, what about those 6 black tapes?" And then we're away. We're away, and you will not believe from where you started episode 1. Where you end up at the end of season 3, and the very last line of the whole show throws the whole thing out on its head. Then it's just like, oh my god, fabulous. So
book a day off work and stick them on.
Yeah, just
how long are
they? So Black Tapes talks in about 40 minutes. The other ones are all about a half hour long each. So the Black Tapes is a very, very big investment in your time. I'm not going to shit you up. It is, but worth it. Like, I didn't want to be out at night time listening to stories about people getting possessed. I'm a bitch. I don't like scary stuff. But it's that fucking good.
I was just about to say, because sticking on the car would be too much.
No. You need to be on your own in the dark.
Up to the tombs.
Up to the tomb would be a great spot for it. But, just been really, really digging on them, and it's just fucking loving podcasting these days. Like, I mean, there's so much good shit out there, and it's been so good to get back in here and do some more. No, Stitcher. What's on Stitcher?
Back through Stitcher. It's basically, remember what Pocket Cast was basically like?
Yeah.
Whereas this one, everyone started moving all the shit over to Stitcher.
Oh, so it's the new cool one. Yeah. I just got Pocket Cast. I paid £3 for it.
Yeah,
so fucking.
This one's $5 a month. So I was like, okay.
A month?
Yeah, $5 a month.
Alright, okay. But you get everything.
You get everything.
Okay.
Like Kevin Smith lifted all his shit off of like SoundCloud and Spotify, everything. All you can get is his new stuff as of like a couple of months.
Alright.
On those free things. And you want to listen to older, proper good fucking shit.
Small cast.
Stitcher. So I get it basically just so I can download and listen on the go and shit. So
alright, nice.
Sounds like a plug. Like, I'm not making a fucking
penny out of this. Making a fucking penny out of this.
They have my fucking pennies.
Yeah. No, that's sweet. I just fucking wanted to throw it out there because I've just started this new one, Life After. The voice acting is insane. I can tell already. I'm going to super enjoy it. So that's it. If you're fucking into metal, you're probably like a bit of horror as well. So Black Tapes, definitely one worth checking out. Alright, listen, we will catch up with you soon. I've been Donal Daly.
I'm Conor Maguire.
And this has been the Redacre Music Podcast.